14 ICC judge has now ruled over the referendum that is going to happen anytime soon in Biafran land. 14 ICC judges have ruled over the referendum, and this is a case where one must continue to fight the fight until the very end. Whatever we do, we must do it right. Whatever we say, we must say it well. And that's where this whole journey, this whole thing of hearsay is being mandated to do. One of the greatest gifts that one must have is a possibility of continuing that path of victory. Today is another week. I will pray for God's blessings. Pray for God's favor. We pray for everything that yields good. And whatever the case may be, let's don't wallow. And this is where the whole scenario begins. So, as we push through to see a good nation for our children, because in one day US in Afghanistan, that they will never, ever see Nigeria work. They will never ever see Nigeria work. We can't continue to stay with such kind of people. You get? We cannot stay with such kind of people, no matter what the case may be. Ndị Igbo na-agba mbọ. Their friends are hustlers. So we must do everything to get our nation. So we are now asking the 14 judges that are sitting on to rule over the referendum should please understand that there is a much navigation already waiting to explode. If the right things are not put in place now, the mistakes will be made. Big mistakes will be made. Because we cannot continue to stay with people who do not have big dreams for themselves. All they care about is their daily bread. So this navigation that wants to explode, we must put it to order and fight for what is right. So that's just what we have to offer. That's just what we have to offer. Do the right thing to put Biafra on the world map. We must keep holding ourselves to that very point where we must get justice for everything that we are doing, for everyone, and every message that we preach. One of the most important things is that no matter how they try to invade, Biafra has remained one of the most important message that I've been spending for long. A lot is already happening, and the more we continue to put ourselves in a very great way, we must continue in that essence where Biafran must be preached. No other message but Biafra today, Biafra tomorrow. So now, the international relationship coming from Russia, Israel, another able-bodied country, has made five generals to sit down to make some reflections that will definitely affect Biafrans in one way or the other. Yes, to definitely affect Biafra in one way or the other. That is why I must communicate to everybody who needs to be communicated to. It is either Biafra or nothing. It is either Biafra or nothing. And that's one reason we must put ourselves along the line. In whatever way we do it, whichever way we continue. And that's one positive thing that should be spread. Biafra cannot remain the puppets of Western world where they tell us where we stand, where they tell us what to do, and how they tell us how to live our lives. The most important thing is that we must continue to put through and make ourselves more reliable in the face of this victory. One thing is important, that Biafra must rise against any force that wants to bring them down.